Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to What's Map, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. I'm BonBonB and you're very, very welcome. Well, today we're dealing with a fantasy map from a fantasy setting that you may be aware of. Something called Warcraft. Do you know it? Yeah, probably a little bit, even if you've never played it. Now, the creator we've done once in the past, back in episode 106, way back in 106. Yeah, that was August 2017. Do you remember Scarif Base, based on Star Wars? Yeah, we've been around that long. And if you like that, I'm still around now. You know what to do. That's right, hit the like button, really does support the channel, gets me seen by more people and helps me grow a little bit more every single day, so thank you for your support. Today's map is Kul-Tiras Warcraft by ReishiMu. Yeah, that's a Scarif base. I gave it 9 stars back then. I don't know if that was a little bit generous, but there's your start square. I figured today's map was going to be roughly in the same ballpark. Resources look usable, bit dotted, but definitely they're there and everywhere. Off to the workshop. No DLC, supposedly, and nothing to subscribe to. It is all 100% vanilla. So we'll be using the Vanilla Boreal theme as requested there, and we'll be using the realistic 1.2 LUT. So let's have a look at this map, shall we? See how it stacks up. We'll consider it to be a fantasy map because it's Warcraft, clearly. We're not going to be normally seeing suspension bridges and railways in Warcraft, are we? Well, maybe not. Okay, what we got here is now the roads and the bridges. If you have a look at this, they are not parallel. They're not matching. I think they kind of work. They don't actually always have to be parallel. They don't have to be perfect. As long as I can buy into them, and on this occasion round here I can buy into these here. This next stretch here, I do feel that they probably drift apart a little. There's no reason for them to be so far apart from each other up here, and I'd like to see them, especially in this next section here, which you see this is prime building area, and we're using an awful lot of room for freeway here, so I'd like to see that just closed up a little bit along there, just minor grumble. Again, another pretty solid looking bridge there. This one's matching pretty much. It's not perfect, but once again, doesn't need to be perfect. It just has to be good enough and believable. The next one is not good enough. I'm not buying into this one at all. You can see we are elevated at one side where we've stuck at ground level on the other side, and it just looks a bit orcs, you know? Orcs. See what I did there? Awkward orcs. I didn't intend that, but I'll take it. I will take it. Sometimes my brain is so funny, even I don't get myself to see the jokes coming, you know. Oh no. Anyway, where were we? Yes, a little bit of a sharp bend here on the highway. Just a little bit sharp. Not the worst, but again, like to see smoother flowing highways. Smoother flowing up to these bridges. Now, these bridges are mighty high. I'm assuming there's like shipping routes going underneath them. Does this need to go so high? I don't know. I like the fact that it's 2-tiered though. It's a nice design aesthetic. Remember this when we give it big marks for aesthetics at the end of today's show. It can only have been done for aesthetic purposes, and I don't mind that. I mean, would we have had the bridge there? Probably not, but it's not a real world. It's a fantasy world. I think that's pretty well done. Okay, let's follow it around and see what's coming. Can you see what's coming? Oh yes, hell on earth is coming. Oh, you've driven towards this, you would be cacking yourself, wouldn't you? Oh, love it. Anyway, let's have a quick look. It's not actually the worst intersection. If you have a look at the design of it, it's just a little bit loose, and the fact though it's built elevated across islands, it's not done a bad job. Considering that, it's not an Arizandi style, is it? It's not to that standard, but it's not bad. It's not bad. Certainly something I would have been pleased with a couple of years ago, maybe. But yes, just one issue. Look, 4 lanes. 4 lanes, that's mass transit. Wait for it down here. 2 lanes, that is also mass transit. We've got a mix of... we've not been informed you need mass transit for this map. So this intersection, if you don't have mass transit, you're going to wonder what it would look like, aren't you? Well, lucky BonBonB is here. That is minus the mass transit roads. So yes, the traffic's going to just like disappear, zone out. Yeah, there's your problem. It's a mass transit map, and it doesn't say so in the description, and that could be wasting your time. So we're going to be losing big scores for that one off of today's map. Anyway, start square, lots of building location around here, lots of waterfront, and if we have a look very closely, we should find an asset. Like this one down here by RACCOON. Love RACCOON's work. Love it. This is the Arch of Galerius, Thessaloniki. I thought it was Thessalonica. Anyway, Thessaloniki, but in Greece. I don't know, have I always been saying Thessalonica wrong? Factoids. Probably a different island altogether. I don't know. Factoids because factoids. I got one here. I found one earlier. The pantomime, which is a British tradition. It's a stage play, a bit of a farce, a family show held at Christmas with a lady playing the leading men, men playing the dames. It's all really crazy. Anyway, the very first one started in 1860 with Cinderella, which was a fairy burlesque. And if that doesn't sum up pantomime, I don't know what does. It's behind you. Oh no, it isn't. Oh yes, it is. Ah, says he in the middle of June. Anyway, there you go. Arch of Galerius, Thessaloniki, Greece by RACCOON. That's today's asset of the day. Right, okay, so we could follow the roads to the edge, but how about we go and join the rails straight off and follow? This is where the road would have taken us to. We'll follow the round instead. Again, fantasy maps, so I'll allow a little bit of, as long as it's believable. This bit here, this is roller coaster, and I don't think the orcs would particularly like to go on the roller coaster. They don't look like they're into fun that much. And again here, we're just sort of like finding our way over the hill. I mean, at least you can say that is kind of kept it as smooth as we could. But why didn't we just come around the outside? So we come down to ground about here, follow around the outside there. That would have been much smoother. It's just choice of routes is. I think we've gone for like the humpback bridges, dumped to the ground there. But yes, we've gone the scenic route all the way to the start square, like here, going up into the hills, a nice little trip across the river there, and then through the valley there, and emerges over here where it splits. Nice little three-way junction here. You'll follow that off to the edge of the map, bumping over the bridges that way, and it dead ends. If you go up there, it dead ends right here, which I find a little bit awkward again, a little bit orcs, as how are you going to get the rail across into the start square with the highway in the way without it looking just like butchered, you know? Now, we could have taken a different route again, like here, instead of going over the mountains, take a left. Or into all this virgin territory over here, then a nice little smooth little rail bridge over the river here, and you're in the start square. Make a lot more sense, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it make a lot more sense to you? Makes a lot more sense to me. Makes sense to you, Zach?
Are you fed up with random vanilla buildings spawning in random locations? Do you want a specific type of building in a particular zone? Then you need the beginner's guide to theme management. Click the information button below.
And so we're back to Kul-Tiras Warcraft by ReishiMu. ReishiMu? One or the other. Now we've got a shipping route that goes through all these tight little corridors. It's a bit close, and but it's fine. Doesn't crash into anything. One thing that surprised me though, it goes off to the fog there. Well, we've got these fairly high bridges over here, which you would have thought were so high that they were there for the shipping routes to go under. That's what I thought anyway. There is a second route that goes on the other side of the map that cuts through the islands as well. And it's all fine. It's you know, fantasy map and making things fit. It's all good. I'm not going to mark it down. There's nothing broken about it. Water flow. Wow, this is the start square area, and we do have water flowing down this way, but there's a few little nooks and crannies around here with low water flow and flowing in this way. There are some drains out there that we can get to, so depending on how you plan. Basically, what I'm saying is, like, we've got this dead end water, you don't want to put your sewage there. Just use some planning, use some thinking, and you won't have any problems with water flow on this map. So let's have a look. Now, Saturday, remember Saturday's map last week? We had that, what I'm going to call the hill with all the ridges on it, on the top. And it was outstandingly beautiful. It kind of reminds me of last Saturday's map. It's ironic it's also a Saturday. But definitely doesn't have the same wow factor about it, does it, this one? No, not even close. Not even close. Do go and check last Saturday's map. Oh, wowzers. Yeah, where were we? We're having a look. We've got plenty of build plane. And I'm liking just loving the design of the map, the way that the islands all come together. It's an archipelago, I guess. Also, we got this little thing here. Is there anybody in there? Anybody home? Anybody home? Anybody there? Maybe not. I was going to do a jump scare. I can't be bothered. Anyway, there were we. Yes, I just love the overall design. I can see how a city would play out really well on this map, even though it's not the most aesthetically pleasing, but the design, the layout, all, I don't know, I think it's just good work. I think it was a good choice. He does actually say in the description, oh, he, she, ReishiMu, the creator, does say in the description that they thought it would make a good map to build on, and quite right too. We've got this castle over here. Ooh, it's a castle. It's fine. It's fine. Would minor grumble again with the doors on the on the towers on the outside of the castle, which would have made it easy to break into. But the location is good. The location is fine. No problem with that. And like the general idea of the outer wall and the keep on the inside, it's fine. It's fine. It's just not outstanding. It's fine. What more have we got? Oh, we got some park life assets. You don't need park life because these are the vanilla assets. So we've got some like rockeries going on here. Oh, it's a rockery. Rocks for it. Just I mean, it adds a little bit, I guess. It adds a little bit of detailing to the rivers. But it's still. Oh, we've got a drowned tree. A drowned tree. We haven't seen a drowned tree like this for a little while. But yeah, the rocks do add a little bit of detailing to the rivers, which is, I guess, it's a nice addition. But yes, we've got the say the vanilla these rocks like the cave there, and these like what are they called? I'm going to call them standing stones. They're not standing stones. My brain has gone. It's 2 in the morning for me here at the moment. These are you don't need park life for these. These are vanilla that came with park life, whether you have the DLC or not. But if you play with them cleverly, with a little bit of terrain management, you can make it do something quite phallic. Let me get over there. Now, while I get into camera position for this, it's your chance to vote on the map. Is it a 1-star map? Is it a 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? Your vote really does count. We use it in the Viewer's Choice Top 10. Is this going to be one of the top 10 maps of the month? Only you can decide. Look at that. I did say phallic, didn't I? I think that's done by design. I think that's on purpose. I think you're a bad lad or lass. So anyways, let's rate this thing up. Aesthetically, it's not great. I would say unattractive, but I do like the overall design of the map. And given that, I'm going to give the extras, I'm going to give it a low 3. Give the extra star. It's almost guaranteed a 2. Detailing is haphazard and a bit wonky, and even for a fantasy map I can't quite get it up to the 3rd star. 2 stars for detail. Gameplay potential, I wanted to give this 4. I was toying with it, but, and I always have to consider the vanilla player. If you don't have the DLC, this is a waste of your time, and that's a big sin. I've got to drop it down to 2 stars for gameplay, even though I personally feel that I have mass transit, so therefore 4 stars for me, but I have to mark it as a 2. Kul-Tiras Warcraft by ReishiMu. Yeah, another creative, I hope it's not 2 years until we do the next one of theirs. But yeah, another creative maps. We've done Star Wars, we've done Warcraft. What will be next? Anyway, special thanks to all my BonBonB buddies over on Patreon. The new credits are up and all those names are up there. Thank you so much to every single last one of you. You really do make it worth my while getting out of bed in the morning. Old map on the screen now to go and vote on, and I'll see you tomorrow for the Steam Weekly Chart Show. Thanks for watching.